Hey everybody, Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, I'm at a schoolyard not far from my house. I'm gonna try and fly standing up. You notice I got my chair right here in case I need it. But yeah, I haven't, the last time I flew out here was with the Avata, not the Avata 2. I got my hat sitting on top of my head to kind of keep the head, the sun off of my bald head. It's getting fairly late in the evening, but I thought, it's a good time for a flight, right? So let's get this guy. I'm going to bring it around the other side of us here to do our droney. So the droney is going to kind of be behind us. So I'm going to just double check. And you know, the thing is, obviously you worry about hitting a tree or a branch and am I going the right direction or whatever, but we're going to try it. I'm going to hit reverse on the stick, and let me see if I can turn around and face the drone. Yeah, wow, okay, that's not good. Okay, I'm going to sit down, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna hit the screen here for a second and look at the chair, and I'm gonna sit down. You know, I was fine until I turned the drone around there, and boy did I got messed up. So let's go back to regular view in the goggles here, and I'm gonna try and see if I can do a droney. So you know what, I screwed that up, didn't I? I hit way more on the up stick than I did on the reverse on the trigger. So I kind of messed that up. What I was worried about is hitting that tree right there. That guy right there, I was worried about backing into that guy. Let's try that again. And of course we've got some light poles here as well. I'm trying to talk and fly at the same time, not easy, but let's try that again. I'm gonna go backwards and ease up at the same time. Yeah, that's a little better, isn't it? Okay, well, let's kind of just get a quick look around here. There were some people just a few minutes ago, a guy on an electric skateboard and his wife on a bicycle, so I want to make sure that I am clear of them, and they're not in the area here, but you know, just thought we'd fly this guy around a little bit. Oh, we got a car right there, so let's go well above him and make the corner here. And then we can get back down lower here again. Okay, and I'm getting a little bit of, because I'm behind the building, I'm losing a little bit of, we're about just 3 feet off the ground here, so we're pretty close to the ground, but I was losing a little bit of signal there, but it looks like we got it back. Yeah, okay, pretty cool. So let's kind of turn in here. Let's slow down, turn in here, and I think we can get in between these temporary buildings here. So let's kind of slow down. Let's see what we can do here. Let's see. I got this tree right here. So can I just go over the top of this and go through here? I should be able to. Yeah, we got this. So, you know, that's probably as narrow of a gap as I've done with the Avata 2 so far. But the key is, you know, we're half a meter, we're 1.5 feet off the ground right now. But where you put that little 0 in the middle of the screen is where the drone is going to go. You know, it tends to work pretty good that way as long as you do that. So one of the things I did with the original Avata, and I'm just telling you, I'm not sure I'm brave enough to do it, is I went under this little gap right here with the original Avata. And I mean, I don't know, let's give it a try here. I think we can do it. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Okay, I'm proud of that. So, I've had some people say that, and I don't want to just go right out here because there could be somebody riding by or something, so we looked both ways. Get out over the, out of the main part of the yard here, or the grounds. I saw there was a bunch of, anyway, let me finish my thought with regard to that little gap that we just went under. I've heard people say, and I'm not going to name any names, that the Avata 2 is not as good as low to the ground as the original Avata. Well, that's not the case here. We are about a foot off the ground right now, and it's performing just fine. Uh, let's grab some altitude. Everybody that knows me knows this is my favorite cell phone tower, and I'm going to see if I can do a little a little rotation around the tower here, and I'm doing it with the toggle. In other words, the little thumb gimbal and the stick, and I'm getting where I can do it pretty good, and I can do a rotation. So yeah, I mean, that's what I'm going to say about this drone. Is it is, this is probably only my fourth or fifth flight with the Avata 2, and I'm feeling pretty comfortable with it. And like I said, gaps wise, okay, so we got this little guy right here, this little game thing. My wife told me what game kids play in this. I can't remember the name of it. But look at that, we can go down into it and then back out over the top. And again, where you put that 0 is where that thing is going to go. So yeah, let's go back over here. We can go behind the transformer, and let's see if we can zigzag between these trees. I think we can. What I find that I do sometimes is I make my moves are too quick. I should be a little bit slower, a little bit calmer with the controller. I hear a vehicle. Oh, it must be out on the street. Sounds like it's out on the street. Somebody's got some loud pipes. But let's see, there is, as I recall, there is let's speed up here. There's a little gate here that I think we can probably go under. Let's say, again, you just hold that dot right, or the 0 right where you want it to be. And here again, I'm going to look both ways because this, there could be somebody going by on a bicycle or something. So we want to make sure in those situations, because I'm familiar with this area, I can look at that stuff and make sure. But this thing handles like a sports car. I mean, holy cow. You can do this kind of stuff and it just handles really good. Like I said, it's like a sports car. And we're a foot off the ground right here. This is so much fun. This drone is just really cool. So the other thing, let's see, where are we at battery-wise? We're at 53% battery, so we're in good shape. You do need to pay attention to battery, because if you are, well, I suppose you could go into settings and tell the drone just to hover or something if it goes into low battery. But if you've got it raising up to its return to home height, if you're below something, it would go right into a tree or something above you, right? Anything that would be above you. If you were, let's go up and over that. Kids jump their motorcycles over that. I've seen bicycles and so forth jumping over that. So that's kind of a fun spot. Now this little area right here, we're not going to try and go through there because I think there's just too many little branches and stuff that could reach out and touch it. But we can get closer here. Yeah, we're kind of, we need to go up just a little bit. Speaking of little branches, right? Weeds and so forth sticking up, although I don't think that would hurt us any. But that used to be wet, and I used to see bullfrogs in there. Let's see. I was trying to do an orbit the other way. I can do an orbit to the right, but to the left I struggle just a little bit. So anyway, I'm not even going to try because I'm just around too many things. So I hear a vehicle here. Somebody's coming in here. Yeah, I see him over there. That's the thing about goggles, is you want to make sure you see what's going on, because you wouldn't want to be flying the drone around and and you know, fly, there's a vehicle coming or something. So yeah, here we go. See if I can avoid hitting myself. Yeah. Where are we at? 42% battery, so we're still in good shape. Let's cross the street here, but again, we're going to make sure nobody's coming. We heard that guy, so he's not on this street. So let's go underneath the gate again. I just about didn't see that one little angle iron there, or angled piece. I about flew into it. There, we knocked some weeds out of the way, didn't we? Getting close to the ground. This is kind of interesting. I think this is all property of these schools, and these are charter schools here. So they have room to expand if they want to. Got an old dead tree on the top here. There's some interesting stuff here. There's a little swale right here, and this little, you see kids jumping their bicycles out of this all the time, which is a natural thing to do, right? That's what I'd do if I was a kid. And this building right here is for the firemen. That's where they do training. It's just kind of I think just a classroom, essentially. But the other thing I wanted to point out right here, okay, so you got this little swale right here. So in the wintertime, when this is covered with snow, kids will come here with their sleds, and they'll start at the top here, and they'll ride their sleds all the way down to the bottom. So, you know, there's just always, like I said, you know, no matter what, no matter where you're at with your drone, there's always interesting things to look at. And you know, I talk to people all the time. They say, well, you know, we don't have the Snake River Canyon or cool places like that to fly. I don't know. I think you can always find someplace cool to fly with a drone, getting that aerial perspective. And here's another little swale here, and I see kids jumping their bicycles out of this thing all the time too. Let's see. I may get myself in a trap here, huh? Because we got all this. Let's see if we can do it. Let's see. Ooh, this is gonna be. That's kind of tricky, huh? I was gonna try and go through there, but let's just see. Let's go. We're a little more out in the open here, so I know I can grab some altitude. And let's go back and look at that. So I don't know if I could have got through there, but I didn't trust. I couldn't see all the little branches. So discretion is the better part of valor, as I always say. And back around the back side of the school here, I don't know, this must just be a little garden shed. I'm sure they just store stuff in there. But I'm sure these picnic tables are used at lunch. And right here you can see the rules for the pirates, the pirate way. Okay, let's back up a little bit. Let's just go up. Let's see if we can go up and over. Let's grab some altitude and fly around a little bit. So you can see the sun is fairly low in the sky. I think it's about 7 p.m. Yeah, so it went into return to home right there. So we're good. Let's just see how close this guy gets to its home point. So can I look down with the camera? Yeah, I was trying to look down with the camera. Yeah, I think we're fine. I'm just going to let it land. I'm going to let it land, folks. I picked up the camera, and down it goes. And down on the ground we are. Okay, so what do we do? Took the Avata 2 out and kind of flew it around the schoolyard here. Kind of got it reoriented. I know things that I had done here with the original Avata, and I wanted to see if this drone could do it too. The biggest one was flying under that walkway on the other side of those portable classrooms. That's not a very big gap. And one of the criticisms of this is people said, well, no, it won't get as low to the ground. We were flying often within a foot of the ground, and it went right under that gap. So we disproved that. This guy will go as low as you need it to go. Yeah, just did all kinds of flying, and just kind of got to talk a little bit about the area here, and just show you a little bit about the Avata 2. Just a little bit of fun. That's about it. This is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out. And if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Most of all, I so appreciate you taking the time to look at this video, and we'll see you on the next one. The DJI Avata 2.